I remember walking in and Noah had the coolest pants on, like these full-on red snake pants. I was like, wow, these guys are stars. I was so like, whoa, but it was amazing. Hi, I'm Savannah and I'm from Australia.
What's up, I'm Josh and I'm from Canada.
Hi, I'm Lamar from the UK.
Hi, I'm Annie from Brazil.
I'm Sina from Germany.
What's up? I'm Noah from USA.
I'm Hayen from Korea, and we are
Now United! And today we're going to be highlighting some of the best moments in our careers.
First time we met?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
In the very first boot camp. Probably the most insane experience I've ever had in my entire life. Being in a room with a bunch of people from all around the world who all grew up so differently than I did, it was just really, really cool. And I remember the first time that I met Josh, we were like soul-bound. Like we just
American audition.
Yeah, we just met and we were like, okay, we're gonna be best friends.
It was scary the first time I saw all of you in the first boot camp too. Cause you guys arrived, I think like a day before me. And you were all like dressed up at the lobby when I arrived, and I didn't expect to see all of you at the lobby when I arrived. And I was like fresh off the plane, you know, like I had a bun on my head, no makeup, and I looked like, and then I arrived and all of you are at the lobby and they're like, oh my God, you're Annie, hi, 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 and you all look so beautiful and I look terrible. I remember going to the room and I was like, this was the first impression that they had of me, and I was like, no.
I feel like my experience was definitely way different to you guys because I came in 2 years after you guys.
Yeah.
And it was definitely terrifying to come into a very
Walked
established
in this
group.
store right here.
Yes! I was down here and my heart was literally pounding and everyone like screamed before I walked in and I was so scared, but everyone was so beautiful. Like I remember walking in and Noah had the coolest pants on, like these full-on red snake pants. I was like, wow, these guys are stars. I was so like, whoa, but it was amazing.
We learned that we're in the group a day before we were supposed to.
Oh yeah.
So we were supposed to find out on a Friday, and on Thursday Simon comes in and he was like, I'm just gonna announce the members now. And I remember we were all just shivering. And then I was the first one to be called out, and then I was just bawling my eyes right away because I felt like our lives are gonna change completely in this moment, and it has been. And we really truly didn't know what's gonna happen to our lives, and if I look back at that moment, I still get emotional. It was one of the biggest, craziest moments I've ever experienced.
I honestly didn't really realize it in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it was such a huge moment, but I
You
can't
didn't
really
know what's
explain it.
gonna
Yeah, I
happen.
didn't know that my life is
Yeah.
completely gonna change. Like, it's so crazy to describe, but yeah. I don't know.
I thought I was going home. Because throughout the whole boot camp, Simon was saying that it was going to be 11 members, and then he called up 11 people, and me and him were both going for America, but I'm actually Canadian, so that was a little bit of a...
Sneaky boy, naughty, naughty.
But then after that, Simon found out I was Canadian, and I think 2 other people. He wanted 2 other countries as well, so he added 3 more, and we became 14. And I cried a lot.
And we shared the most beautiful hug I've ever had in my entire life.
It was a good one.
It was emotional.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, wow, to be selected out of how many thousands of people in the UK, and to be selected to represent that. There was pressure, but like the good feeling. Do you know what I mean? The good type, where it's like I've reached a point in my life where I can be proud of something, as well as, you know, like school and whatnot. But like I'm talking like career-wise. Like it was a as like Annie said, Sina said, it's like a pivotal moment in all of our lives. So it was pretty nuts, pretty insane.
This was so cute.
This performance was probably the most nerve-wracking performance I've ever had in my entire life. We were in Germany, and when we performed the halftime show of the soccer game, okay, literally when I tell you that there was over like 200,000 people there was. We were on stage and we couldn't see the end of people. Like it just went on for forever. It was insane. and it was so loud and so just scary. I almost threw up before, and I usually never get like stage fright. I never. But for this performance, I almost pooped myself on stage. It was crazy.
And also Germany was about to lose.
And they were playing Mexico, and we had a girl from Mexico on stage, and Mexico was beating Germany. It was just the craziest
And
experience.
then they started our music early, and we were like not in our positions yet. It was just a whole vibe for sure.
But also like playing our first couple shows in Brazil, like selling out, you know, these huge venues, and walking out on stage, and everyone's so excited to see us. That's also really
I
cool.
think that was my favorite moment, definitely,
It was insane. I remember every time before I was going on stage. It's the same like with Noah. I don't get too much like stage fright, but for Brazil tour, I actually thought that I was gonna faint and not make it into stage. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. And then when I stepped on stage and everybody was screaming, I just got goosebumps and tears all over my face. It was so hard to dance because I was like, crying. Yeah, that was definitely like a big moment. But my highlights, I guess, from all the trips are always moments where we're just chilling together. Surprisingly, like dinners and moments where we're just sitting and like being ourselves and not worrying about anything else in the world. Like not worrying about being a pop star, just being ourselves. It's fun. Yeah.
I think my favorite was my first like actual night trip that I've been on with you guys. The first one was Brazil, and it was my first like time going to Brazil, and like I wasn't expecting like so many fans screaming and like at the airport. I was like, okay, I was expecting something like little, but like when you go to Brazil, like the fans are so passionate, and it's just like, whoa, like you're like, I'm like part of Now United, like I'm big here, it's crazy. And like performing on like my first show, it was just incredible.
I just wanted to add to the shows we've done in Brazil, because there were so many moments that really changed my life, I feel like. And the first song, I entered the stage without anyone else. I go alone, and it was the biggest like nerve-wracking moment for me, because okay, I need to open up the show for everyone to enjoy. And when you go on stage and you see all these fans, I felt like I'm so small and big at the same time. Because compared to everyone that's giving me energy, I felt so small, but at the same time, they're all here for us. And then that makes you feel so big. So I was like, where's everyone?
My first time ever singing in a different language was in our song Lane Does, which is Legends. Am I saying it right? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. But yeah, singing in a different language was really cool. And we also sang in Korean, which was so dope. Well, that was a pretty cool experience. But Storming the City though, for sure. It was our first song, and it was like a huge like thing, and all of us were so excited. We all worked so hard on it.
Wait, do you guys remember when it was released?
Nope.
On that live, it was like I love that. It was like on a live stream, and we were all home when it was released. Cause I remember like I was out, and then I had
The music video.
Oh,
yes, the music video. Yeah, and then we were like all apart, and we had to watch it like on the live stream for the first time. Yeah. That was so cool.
Our home countries.
Everyone's like, what?
Yeah, we shot a
music video in Hawaii,
Music
and
in Hawaii.
it should be coming out soon.
Oh my
gosh.
god, that is so good. That music video is my favorite music video ever. It's
Kyle
so
Hanagami helped us so much.
Yeah.
With this one.
Yes.
Good. It was so much fun. It was,
Just wait, because we have a lot of amazing like
yeah.
projects coming out really soon that are just so different than anything we've ever done before. So yeah, stay tuned. It's gonna be really great.
One of the biggest memories for me was we performed in Senegal once, and I just remember we went to the stage to rehearse, and we were like checking the mics and checking the choreo, but the fans got so excited they turned it into a show.
Oh yes.
So it felt like we did a show twice. Like rehearsal in our rehearsal class, we were like, oh my god, we need to turn this on and make it into a show, because there's so many fans waiting for us. So we actually doubled the concert and that did it twice, and we got so much love, and it was one of the memorable moments for me. Yeah.
That was cool.
For me, I think it was in Russia at the Voice Kids, was it?
Oh,
Because that was our
first.
first like really big performance and like in TV. So it was such a crazy feeling to like perform for the first time in TV. And like I grew up watching The Voice, so like being on that TV show was also really cool. So yeah.
Mine was like Senegal.
Yeah.
Senegal was wild.
Yeah.
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 There was a lot of cool performances in Senegal.
Yeah.
They were memorable.
It was such a vibe there. Like,
Yeah.
you can't
The
describe
energy.
that energy. It's just
Yeah.
unreal. Yeah, mine was like just the hug that I shared with Josh when we first joined. I'll like never forget that moment. It was such a beautiful, just like embrace we had with each other.
There was a lot behind the hug.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
A lot of emotions. Because I didn't want to be in the group without him. Like, it was the craziest thing, because we were originally, competing against each other.
Oh, was that the hug when you were already picked and then it was like, oh,
No, it was a hug.
When was the hug?
I wasn't. Okay, so when I got picked to be in the group, I was excited, but I was more sad because I wasn't going to be in the group with him.
Yeah.
And then the moment that Simon gave his whole speech and then
Okay.
called his name out, that's when I started crying, and then that's when I had
That's
like
the
that
hug.
hug.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
The highlight for me being part of 9-Netted is just having you guys in my life. Just having such a big international family. I never imagined to have. So yeah, every single day.
Yeah. For me, it's those moments. Sometimes I just watch you guys and I'm like, what is my life? Like, is this really happening? Because it's so different to what I've imagined or planned my life, and it's just changed. And because every day we're doing so much, you kind of forget like that this is your life and this is so crazy. And then like sometimes I just go back and look at you guys and it's just so crazy. And I'm like, yeah, those are my favorite moments.
It's funny because always my favorites are behind the scenes. They're always behind the scenes. And one of them was when, after we were picked, we all had like a barbecue. I think you remember the barbecue? And then we went down to the beach. And I remember all of us running to the water together, and I was so happy. And it was the same with Sina when I was picked. It didn't hit me like, oh my god, my life changed. But when that was happening, I was like, it started. Like, my life is changing, and I'm gonna, like, these people are gonna be part of my life, and everything was like kind of clicking. So it was really special, and I was just like crying inside, and I was so happy at the same time. So yeah, a barbecue that we had after we were picked. That was.
I would say the highlight of being in 9-United for me is definitely kind of, I don't want to piggyback off of what Haeyun said, but it's like just knowing all of these amazing, talented people. And the best thing is that, I remember it's weird, I don't even really know if I can say this, but it's weird because I felt who was gonna be in the group just by their energy and what they were already bringing to auditions, to the boot camp and stuff like that. And it felt right. It just felt right, you know what I mean? Yeah.
This is getting so deep.
I'm just gonna say a moment. I don't know if this is my very highlight. Oh my god. But there was one time we were in Russia. We all went to this fancy restaurant.
Oh yeah.
I didn't go!
And it was like this secret restaurant down under, like, I don't know how we got in there, but there was like a live piano and everything, and we just got there, and there's all these like old people just sitting there having their dinner, and we showed up, and we were just like the life of the party, and we were just vibing out. And I remember like taking a second to step back and look at everybody and like realize we're in Russia. Like, did I ever think I was gonna be in Russia?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to go to Russia, but I don't know if I ever thought I was gonna go to Russia. And then I was in Russia with like 13 other kids from 13 other countries, and then performing on The Voice. It was just, yeah.
I think there are so many highlights, even though I've been in the group for like a year and a bit now. Like, one of the biggest highlights is obviously walking through that door and meeting you guys for the first time was like, wow, my life is just changing. But one of like the biggest things that I love about Now United is like literally like on the road traveling on a bus. Like, the parties we have on the bus when it's just like everyone's tired, but like you turn on the music and everyone's just like full on like dancing up and down, and that's like my favorite moment. Everyone's just singing, and like the moment in Dubai when we're all about to go home, everyone's like in tears and everyone's crying, but everyone's like singing and partying. It was just the most amazing.
I'm coming home.
I'm coming home. It was so cute.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We are Now United, and this was the highlights.
Bye.